What's up, Adverio Nation? I'm so excited to announce our what we call the Profit Pulse system, which is essentially a more advanced version of Amazon's SKU economics report. It will basically show you how we can take this bland spreadsheet here with some very insightful information and convert it into something that will give you a priority group on your total sales, ROI, margin, organic, ad sales, and more. We'll even compare your ad spend versus your total sales. We'll compare your conversion rate of the ads versus your total listing, and so many more insights to help you understand and prioritize your listings for the maximum profitability at all times. I'm so excited to share this with you today. So first off, there is a SKU economics report that you can do at an individual product level, and it also released more recently here in 2024 the SKU economics report at the aggregate level for your whole brand. I've already ran this report. It's what I just showed here. It'll pull that information. It gives you a bunch of information from base fulfillment fees, FBA disposal fees, and all the other fees that they give you. You're going to learn really quickly how many fees Amazon is charging you for your products. To give you an idea, there is a way to show the SKU economics at an individual level. So we can go to Manage Inventory. Then you'll go into it. You just have to click the SKU. And then you can scroll down. There's a SKU economics report that'll pop up for this. Let me see if I can find you one that's actually active. All right, so here's one of our SKUs that is active. I apologize for that. When you scroll down here, you'll see that there's a chart. You can look over your total per unit, etc., and give you some breakdowns, etc. And then this is another way to get your SKU economics report. I really wish they would show this as an aggregate, but I understand why they don't. So that's again why we created our Profit Pulse system, so that we can leverage that data for you. So the way we do it's going to be a little bit different than what you get inside of the SKU economics report here in Amazon. The one big thing that we'll be missing is the Amazon fees. That is extremely challenging for us to automate through an API or without an API, I apologize. And we really want to have you just put in an estimate in. You can put your refunds, you can put your returns fees, whatever you want to put in there. You can kind of put that number in there. But we want to get you as close as possible without making it too complicated on your end in terms of the fees, etc. So first off, what you'll need to do is navigate over to your business reports. You'll go in and you'll go down to the business report by ASIN, and you want to go to the child item, detail page sales and traffic by child item. What I'm going to do just to make this simple, because whatever date ranges you use here in the business report, you will also need to do in your products report and campaign manager, so that's very important. So to keep it simple, I want to do a full month, so I'll go April 1st of 2024, and then I'll go to the last day of April here, the 30th. I'll create a download like this. It'll pull up. I'll save it. Then I'll open it. And don't convert. And then very important here, you want to just copy everything that's below the header row and then paste it into your Pulse system here under the business reports, just like I have. And you'll go to make sure you're going to the top row here, paste right that. And you should have everything in there that you need. And so the instructions are found right here for you. And the next one we want to go to is we want to go to COGS sheet, and we want to enter the COGS and ASINs. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put some dummy information in here. I'm going to take the child ASIN, I'm going to copy it like this, I'm going to pop it into here, and I'm just going to, make sure you scroll all the way to the top, and I'm just going to paste it in there, and I'm just going to put $20 across everything just to make it simple for you. Just like that. You can put the SKU in there if you'd like. It will help in some of the reports. And then you can also put in the status, usually active, inactive. It's more for an internal reporting piece. We do this internally for us when we have legacy products or versus active products, etc. We can put the title as well. This kind of helps so this ASIN is the iridescent rainbow pot or stock pot or pan or whatever it may be. If you know your ASINs, that's awesome. No need to sweat that. So go back to the instructions. We'll go down to the next one is go to the products report found in campaign manager. So this one is a little more tricky. All right, you're going to go to your advertising.amazon.com, go into your campaign manager, click the sponsored ads, click like this. Let it load. You're going to navigate down to the products tab. Very important, you need to click advertised products as opposed to sold products here. Then at the very bottom, you're going to want to select the most available count that you can. Let it load. If you have more than 200 products, you'll want to load the first page, scroll all the way down, go to the next page, load it, scroll all the way down, and do that until you go through all of the pages. If you don't load each of the pages when you export, it will only include the first page. Then again, you also make sure you want to match the same date range that you use in your business report, which we did April 1st to April 30th. I'm going to go apply. I have 40 of 40 results here. I want to go ahead and make sure it's there, so I will scroll down to make sure all the data is loaded. That looks great. And then I want to make sure that I have all of my columns selected here. Just like that. Click apply, give it a second to load, and then click export. Once you've downloaded it, you want to pull it up. Have all this information just like this. You want to go below the header row, go all the way over, Control Shift, point down with your down arrow to select all the products available, Control C for copy. Then you want to go back into your Pro report here. You want to start at row 3 and paste it in there. And you want to check to make sure that all of the columns make sense here. Once you have that, go back to the instructions and let's go down to the next one. We've already pasted it here. And then we go back to the business report and copy the child ASIN column. Business report, child ASIN, we've already done that earlier. Copy again. And then you're going to want to paste that into the PPS report in the ASIN column. So we'll go to the PPS report, scroll all the way up here, paste it in there, and then should be able to go back and copy the title from the business report as well. Go here, Control C, PPS, Control V, paste it there again, and all the information should be there. We shouldn't have any errors. Yes, it looks great. All right, then we're going to go back here, and we're going to delete all the blank rows below the data that we have here. So Control Shift, point down on your key, point a couple times in case it needs to go all the way to the last row. Delete that. And there you go. That is very important because it will help us with the ranking of the products. If you don't delete those rows, it does mess up the ranking. Now, if you have your Amazon fees estimated at the ASIN level, you can put those in this report as well. Again, that is the most complicated part. It's what changes all the time. There's no way for us to standardize that for you at this time. So it's up to you if you want to do that or not. Then, quickly overview of how this works. So there's lots of stuff going on here, and we will continue to improve this to make it cleaner, etc. This is a static version of what we use in our dynamic reporting. If you're a brand that we work with, we have a lot more robust. It's web app based, etc. But I do want to walk you through the very important parts here. So what you'll see on the left-hand side here is a breakdown of what your priority groups are, and it's the same criteria for each group, whether it's total sales, ROI, ad sales, etc. And what it is it says basically that these two products account for the top 50% or more of the total sales. These three products account for the top 50% or of the top 50%, so top half of the best ROI in your catalog. And then these are the same, and these two are the best for gross margin, these two are for the best for organic sales, and then it looks like we have one product that does more than 50%, and that's why you won't see an A sometimes. And that just means that this accounts for more than 50% of the gross ad sales for that account. All right, and that's a rank. So this is a color map. So it basically shows you like, hey, these are our top two sellers, but one's done okay. It's getting a B as opposed to an A in total sales. And then the second one here is getting a C in ROI. So that usually means that spending is a little heavy or margins upside down. It could mean a lot of things. It could be a new product that's launched, etc. So you definitely want to make sure you understand your catalog and be able to read between the lines here. Typically, we have brands with hundreds and thousands of products. This chart looks a lot different. And then it just shows you here that the next ones for the gross margin, these are ranked A as well. And then for ad sales, they're in B, which basically means they're accounting for the more than 50% of that. I want to scroll across. And then you'll see that we have, at the ASIN level, you can sort this if you like, but we have a rank of saying that this ASIN ending in X6F is our number 1 total sales rank. However, it's our number 2 spend rank. You'll see that the number 4, in terms of greatest to the least amount of total sales, it's actually spending more than it's generating in sales relative to the account. So that typically means maybe we're being a little more aggressive, or maybe it's a launch product. Again, you will have to understand that. So we have that color scale. Ideally, in a perfect world, each one has the exact same number across them. However, that is not the case, as you know. And then we give you the percentage of total sales, and then we give you the percentage of ad spend, and then we look at percent of total sales versus percent of total sales versus spend, and that's where it'll help you see, like this number 4 here, that it's spending 28% more than it does in generating for percent of total sales for your brand. And the next thing we like to look at is ad conversion versus total conversion to help us understand if the ads are actually improving the overall conversion rate for the listing. So anything that's green obviously is better. Red means that the ads are generally not converting as well as the total conversions are for the listing. Then obviously you have your more popularized metrics here, tacos, you have ACOS, and this is giving you ad sales percent relative to the whole account. And then we have percent of organic sales, percent of ad sales, and there are a lot of other columns here that you can understand and mess around and play with as you see fit to have a better pulse on what is going on inside of your account. And then over here, this is where you would put your Amazon fees if you want to put those in here or there. It doesn't matter which one you put them in. Then when you scroll over here, you have your Amazon fees column where you can manually put in what you want. You should be able to put a value here, and it will change if you have Amazon fees. So let's call it $15, then it'll do that, etc. You can you can manually change your COGS here if you like. However, the recommendation would be to put it in the COGS sheet here. Anytime you play around in these sheets, you will see that they have formulas, and if you do that, you will break them. So ideally, you don't do that. Again, the only thing that's on this sheet that should be edited is Amazon fees for you there. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash that bell so you understand when new videos come out. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks so much.